Well, I wasn't expecting to make back-to-back videos on my child, but that's what we're doing. I mean, did you guys see the hype video at the beginning? That's what NASCAR made at the beginning. I mean, good lord. And when you see some of the clips that when you see some of the clips that we're gonna see in this video, courtesy of NASCAR. Oh god. Hey, go down. Hey, well, no one told you to rise up. Shh. Go down. Stop it. Guys, we just hit 50,000 subscribers, so I personally want to say thank you so much. We hit it last night during the live stream. If you were there, thank you for driving the sub count up, and we were able to maintain over 50,000 subscribers too, so it did not go back below. But really big thank you to everyone who watches the channel. For you guys have been here for years, for months, for days, doesn't matter to me. I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much, and let's get to it. So the tire test at Darlington is over, and we have a few things to talk about. Also, Tyler Reddick smacked the wall and actually damaged my child. Tyler, don't damage my child. Don't do that.
Finally found the wall.
But we got basically, you know, the best footage you can get to get an idea of what the car drives like or behaves like under the current conditions that it was set up for, as well as something that, you know, the video yesterday came out at a really bad time. I was hoping this wouldn't happen, but as soon as I uploaded the video yesterday, they actually announced that they're going to reveal the next gen car on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, at 3 o'clock in Charlotte. And that will be the manufacturers revealing their cars as well. So Ford, Toyota, and Chevy revealing whatever they're going to be doing. And like I said in the last video, my hope is that they just don't deter too far away from the medium. Just make sure we stay where NASCAR kind of wants the car to be. And obviously these teams and these manufacturers will find ways to make it drive better and all that, to make the racing probably less exciting. Now let's just get right into it. Let's watch these clips. There's a few of them. There's one that's 2.5 minutes, and make sure you watch that fully, because there's a lot of things you can catch towards the end of that clip and even in the middle, just based off throttle control, which you're going to hear a lot of, and so you're going to hear me say that a lot throughout the video as well. It's throttle control. Look at the wheel input, and yes, there's a little thing in the the rear view mirror. There is no rear view mirror. You'll notice that as well. And to be honest, that's probably just a testing thing, but I wouldn't be adverse to having that become normal, to say the least. You guys will see it in the video. rear camera that you saw, that's what it's kind of like the sports cars, or you know what you see in Le Mans and stuff, the endurance series and all that, you know, the European stuff, and also in America as well. But I don't know much about that racing, but I'm pretty sure those cars, certain classes in those series, have literal rear view cameras. Like it's like, you know, your normal, you know, every stock car nowadays, well, do I even say stock cars don't exist. They don't exist since the 80s. But basically every car you get from a dealership nowadays that's brand new usually has like a rear view camera. And I was just trying to think to myself, you know, it would be kind of cool to have that. I'm not gonna lie, you know, have an actual rear view camera, take away the rear view mirror and have a rear view camera. It'd be different, but I don't think that's an actual thing. I wish it would be an actual thing, but that's something that I think you should let the drivers determine what they want there. Do you want a rear view camera, or do you want a rear view mirror? Can't have both. You can only pick one. But that was pretty funny there. But you saw Tyler Reddick and how Darlington, you know, drives. With the 550 horsepower package, it drives very differently. You can go full throttle through 1 and 2, hold it wide open, right, until the tires wear down a little bit. But it's just really frustrating, and even with Gen 6 and Dirty Air, all that, it's nonsensical. Now, with this next-gen car, as you guys saw, Tyler was, and we don't know the exact laps that were on the tires and everything, but you could tell he was struggling. He was struggling. And as DW said, you know, I think who was it? Larry Mack that said these cars are driving terrible, and then DW was like, nah, they're driving good. And that car was driving good. She was driving beautifully. Oh, it was wonderful. I love seeing my child just raise from the ashes and just, oh, so beautiful. That car was driving good. A lot of throttle control, a lot of wheel input, a lot of corrections. Even in some of the clips that you saw from the outside, you can actually visibly tell that the car is, it's not yawing, but it's loose. There is mechanical grip involved. The number one thing NASCAR fans want, well, hardcore NASCAR fans, I'm not gonna say casual, but hardcore NASCAR fans want mechanical grip. Drivers want it too. Make the cars rely on mechanical grip. No more of the aero, no more of the side force. We want mechanical grip. And what we saw from that in-car camera was a car driving very beautifully, not loose, not tight, not what's it. That's a beautiful driving car, and it was a handful. And it was just awesome. It's like when you start dating like an Instagram model with like 5 million followers. Like, she has an aura that is just completely outweighs your entire stratosphere, and it's a handful to deal with, but damn, she's beautiful. And that's what this car is. She's beautiful. Might be a handful, but she's beautiful, and that's why I am so excited. How did I just compare the car to an Instagram model? What is wrong with me? I'm obviously sidetracking a little bit, losing my focus here, but you guys know this car is looking great. That's how Darlington is supposed to drive. You lift off into 1, you get back in the throttle, then you have to lift off from the wall, cut the car back down, and then you just throttle control all the way out of 2 through 3 and 4. You are just absolutely throttle controlling that whole entire corner. Reddick was seesawing on the wheel, and that was nice to see. That's a lot of mechanical grip that you see there. The horsepower didn't sound very powerful, but that's also because, you know, he's sliding all over the place. And one thing I know NASCAR fans want, you guys want horsepower, and there was something that Dale Jr. even talked about. He talked about how he thought the older days when we had 900 horsepower, that was too much horsepower. You have to find the right balance, and I would not mind a car, like I said last video, around 600 horsepower. I would not mind it if it drives in a certain way that I want it to drive, mainly, you know, focusing on mechanical grip, and that's what we saw.
Well, next gen test concluded. We were able to run a little bit longer on tires, but on the final run of the day, finally found the wall, but not exactly the way I wanted to, because I got the front of the car too, so no good.
And yeah, that's it for now. He damaged the car a little bit. He ran some laps. We got some footage. We got the reveal date of the car, which will be May 5th. Oddly enough, that should be, well, May 5th. When did NASCAR Heat 5's, and NASCAR Heat 5's like announced trailer came out like May 6th or something. So we should be getting news on not only the real life future of NASCAR, but also the NASCAR video game that's coming out this year. I don't know which one I'm excited more for. I've been waiting for next gen for years, but then again, this new game is gonna have like a completely different feel, so I don't know which one I'm more excited for. Comment down below, let me know what you think of the car. We have not seen it really with another car. That's the next thing I want to see, and honestly probably the last thing I want to see. I want to see 3 or 4 cars put together on the track, at a track where throttle control and aerodynamics play a factor. So pick any 1.5 mile or 2 mile track, you know, pick one. Pick Michigan, because Michigan's a very high speed track, or pick pick Homestead, pick somewhere. And I want to see the car run behind another car. I want to see multiple next gen cars, you know, how they interact with each other, get the onboard footage of that, get the, you know, because we had an instance of that, I think, with Martin Truex, and I forgot who the other driver was. I think it was Kurt Busch or something. I don't exactly remember, but there was 2 cars at Charlotte. But that was, again, they weren't really racing really against each other. We couldn't really see a lot. That was the early days of the next gen as well. I want to see that once they reveal the car, get these things on track, and I want to see, you know, they had all this data, right? Oh, this is like 70% less dirty air, yada yada, all these numbers. All right, I want to see that in action. I want to see getting behind another car, getting beside another car, and actually full on racing. What does the car do? Because we're gonna need to see that to give me a little bit more confidence. But the way it was driving by itself, I'm really happy with it. I think you guys will be happy with it. That is what NASCAR is. You want that throttle control. You want that the seesawing of the wheel. You want it to drive terribly but good at the same time. That's exactly what you want. And there's no yaw if you hit the wall, like you saw Reddick hit the wall. It wasn't just the right rear and the right front stayed away. No, when you hit the wall, your entire car hits the wall. There is no yaw on the thing. So a lot less side force, a lot more mechanical grip. Really excited for it. I'm going to end the video there because I don't want to continue on too much. And yeah, we'll see what this car is going to look like on May 5th. Take care of yourselves. Again, thank you for 50,000 subscribers. If you weren't here for the live stream last night, we actually hit it during the live stream. So that's a massive thank you. So thank you for 50,000 subscribers. So if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Did my camera just glitch? It probably just glitched. I'm sorry, this camera does that a lot. I have not been able to figure out why it does that. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.